I am trying very hard to scroll through these comments, so sorry. There's too many. Hard to do on a phone. Hope you guys are having a good one. I certainly am. It is 68 degrees here just north of Waco, Texas, and y'all down in Texas know how to do winter right. That's all I'm going to say because I'm wearing shorts and that always puts me in a good mood. But this road trip, let's see here. We are 1,317 miles in on this road trip so far, which is pretty awesome. It's actually been a really good road trip. When I started, we also are having some pretty unseasonably warm weather up north. So I think it was like 65 degrees or something like that. Um, it was something like 65 degrees when I left. So I was lucky enough that we had good weather, although I had quite a bit of headwind. So consumption was high on the way out until about halfway to Texas, and then things started turning around really quick. So I'm actually getting really, really good efficiency on this trip for whatever reason. I don't know if I'm just happening to get the right tailwinds right now, but my last leg at 80 miles an hour was like 318 1 hour a mile, which is really, really good at 80 miles an hour. So, anyways, I am in Abbott, Texas right now at I guess it's like a truck stop, but pretty nice. A lot of amenities here. And this is a V3 charger, which again, like our last trip, I noticed a lot more V3s. Starting to notice quite a bit over here on the West Coast, or I guess on the western half, I should say, as well, which has been nice. But what I wanted to talk about based on y'all's feedback on Twitter is this V11 update. So there's a few things that I'm noticing about V3, or I'm sorry, version 11, which is definitely got some quirks. So my screen has force restarted twice already on this trip. So it kind of freezes up a bit. Also, what I'm noticing is when those blind spot cameras kick on, my audio cuts out sometimes. It's just little glitches like that. Those will be fixed over time. So some of you have already reached out and asked about having issues, and if I'm aware of them. I'm personally having the same issues with V11 as well, but this is just to be expected, especially with uh, going to a whole new user interface like this. So this is normal in the Tesla process. So, but don't worry, in days they'll have a patch that'll be released, and that'll fix most of it, and then there will be another patch, and so on and so forth. So there will be some updates to help fix some of these issues that all of us are experiencing. So nothing to worry about, at least for now. You just kind of got to live through it. There are some things though that I'm not so happy about with this update. I think that the look is really clean. I like it. Some of the pop-up displays are a lot slimmer, which is really nice. And I think it looks good, but we're missing a lot of information. So when I do road trips, as you well know, those of you who watch our road trip videos, we have a lot of information and a lot of data that I like to share with you. So it's really hard to get a lot of that information. And I think I forgot on a few stops to show you what that last leg was. So you've got to go through a lot of different steps to get to the information that you want to know, like how was the efficiency on that leg? How are we doing? Things like that. The other thing I'm not liking, when you put in your destination, you used to be able to see at the very bottom of the list of chargers how many miles to your destination and then how much time as well. That's no longer there. Another thing that's kind of disappointing is now how you have to find superchargers. That's a tool that I actually use a lot on road trips. Can't do that anymore. So the only way you can do that is by adding a stop to your trip, and then you'll select chargers at the top. And I'll show you how to do this here on the live stream. But those little nuances are making it a little bit, I guess, less than desirable. However, fear not, want not, because Tesla always comes through with things like this. So there will be some updates down the road. So don't be too upset about all this stuff. This new thing rolled out, and it was a ton of updates in this. So Tesla is definitely going to be addressing this. I'm sure of it. So those are kind of some of my thoughts so far. Austin was pretty awesome. Giga Austin was amazing. It was huge. And when we got there, the security was really nice. They helped point us out to where we needed to go. And when we were flying the drones, some people were shouting at us, and I looked up, and some of the workers inside the building were giving us the thumbs up. So it seems like they were pretty cool with it. We tried to stay out of their way and everything. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything Easter egg to find out there, nothing super shocking and surprising. Um, so it was good though. It was really cool to see in person. It's kind of hard to explain. You see pictures, you know that it's big, but then you stand in front of it and you're like, wow, this is quite an impressive building. I don't know why I was thinking this, but based on pictures that I had seen in the recent past, I thought they were maybe a little bit farther along than they are. They are setting up equipment inside while they're building this building, which is good, and there's a ton of people there building this thing out. But um, I kind of, in the back of my mind, thought maybe they'll surprise us and Giga Austin will be up and running a lot sooner than we had thought. But I don't possibly see how they could be done in January. I could be completely wrong, but I don't see January that facility being operational. But it could be. I could be completely wrong. So, anyways, I am going to show you guys a couple things on this new interface that I've had to kind of learn. So I'll try to keep the camera steady as I can. Sorry. There we go. Let's try that. All right. So for what you're looking at right now is my trip to Colorado, which is where I'm headed now. So I've got a long way to go. And you used to be able to hit the supercharger icon over here and it would pop out and show you where they're all at. And it is not this. That is just like point of interest. It doesn't add any superchargers anywhere. So what you actually have to do is down here at the bottom, these three dots, if you add a stop on the top right, there's charging, and then it'll show up all the chargers like it used to with that one button. So unfortunately, there's some additional steps you have to take to do this, and it's kind of annoying. I'm sure that's going to be fixed though, because I always used that button for superchargers, which is no longer there. So I'm hoping it pops back up right over here. The other thing from a road trip perspective that I don't like, even an everyday thing that I don't like, is you can't scroll over here anymore to get your watt hours per mile or your tire pressure or anything like that. Of course, by now you probably know you got to go all the way over here into trips. And yes, that says 12,718 miles. It's crazy. I thought we were doing so good in this car and we were putting way less miles, but now that I'm looking at it, we are actually putting a crap load of miles on this car, just like the last one. So I guess that's just how it goes. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that are different here. Obviously, on your control screen, that's where everything is. By the way, I'm going to try to pull it up on the live stream, but we almost got into a wreck. I should say, I almost got into a wreck today. And since you don't have your Sentry mode up here anymore, to save it, you do have to go through several steps there, and then you'll hit that button there. So it was a little bit more tricky to get there. Now, I'm not sure if I can see. Nope, that just saved. That was pointless. Don't need Sentry mode on. So I've still got to figure out how I'm going to get to my recordings, but um, I haven't figured it out yet, and I haven't really put enough time into this to figure it out. But if I press and hold, nope, it's not that. Let's see here. Honk might autosave it, yes. Let's go to security, safety. Is it safety or security? I thought it was security. Sentry mode. Let's see here. So that's where you would put on honk if you wanted to do that. I've got it on manual. View live camera mobile app. That's fine. I'm still not seeing my Sentry mode or my saved clips. So let's do a voice command Now it looks like the camera icon. This one, so that's for beta. That's not Sentry. That's the beta button. So if you have an issue while you're driving on beta, that's the button you press to send back feedback. Safety. Where is the security? I don't see it. So, oh, nope, no. All right, let's see if we can do a voice command. Nope, no voice commands while I'm on the phone, I guess. Sentry mode is under control. Yeah, I know that it's there. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the saved clips, and I can't for the life of me find it. So safety, still not sure where. All I can see is delete and format, and that's just not going to work. So it very well could be that they've removed it from V11 to start with, and maybe it's coming back. Yeah, Tesla Raj, thanks for you've confirmed that. Yeah, I can't find it either. So I do know that in the past there have been some features that through an update they actually removed and then they came back later, and that's probably the deal to press the three dots. Where are the three dots? All right. Use the dash cam in the menu. Press the dot dot dot. Dash cam. There's no dot dot dot. What am I missing? This is probably really frustrating for somebody. Somebody's watching and staring at it. Where the toy box is. Dot dot dot. That one. Oh, hey. Look at that. Let's see if it works. Yeah. How long have you guys been trying to tell me that? Probably for a while. Okay, so I can see the current one. There we go. All right, let's see if it'll load up. Nice, we figured it out. All right, so the bad news is it apparently did not save. Oh, wait. Awesome. All right, I'm going to fast forward this. Oh, yeah. So check this out. So check out what happens here. It's a little jumpy. This Honda right here, that's what you're going to watch for. Watch this. So we're going through traffic, and special shout out, by the way, for all of those of you who figured it out. Thanks for sharing that. I don't know why I didn't think to look there. All right, so there was an accident, and so I got over, and then I got back over. Let's see if we can get this to be a little bit smoother. This is ridiculous. Well, this is going really well. I hope that this is enjoyable watching my screen freeze. Come on. Yeah, so if I can get this to go, this Honda is going to all but destroy me. So I don't know how I got out of it. I really want to share this with you guys because it's actually probably cool to watch if it'll work. I tell you what, though, it's always a Honda CRV. I swear to God, it is always a Honda CRV. And I keep asking. We have one friend that has one, and I've asked him either the speedometer is off and it says you're going faster than you actually are, or it has no power. It's one of those two things. It's always a Honda CRV that's in the way. Always. Every time. Yeah, I'll try to restart. I'm completely froze now, actually. Actually, the whole screen is froze. Everything's froze. So that's why we got to be careful with V11. It's a little touchy right now. That may have just done it, and I need to turn the temperature down because I'm starting to get hot in here. So anyways, yeah, we're frozen. So this will be the third time that we're going to have to go through a restart, and I'm not trying to make a big deal about it. It is what it is, but this is the reality. So V11, this will be the third time in about 24 hours I've had to restart. So while that's doing that, maybe I won't pull up the dash cam. I'll have to pull the USB stick and I'll upload that to Instagram or something. So this is just V11, right? So if I'm sure all of you have experienced this, I'm gonna hold down the buttons to get this to restart so we can get some traction. But so to restart, I'm pressing and holding both the left and the right scroll buttons. I'm pushing them down and holding them, and I'm going to hold them until the screen goes black. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds before that happens. Just don't let go until it turns black like it just did. So now it'll go through a restart cycle. That was a forced restart. So this is the second time I've forced it, and then one time it did it on its own where it just crashed. I do see all of these comments in here about the updated AMD being shipped in units. I just saw something on that today while I was driving, so I don't have enough information on that to really share details. I do know there's been speculation about the camera being upgraded, and then that new AMD driver for the screen, which is coming out of China now, which is awesome. So supposedly that is now shipping out of Fremont. And supposedly, the very limited information I've been able to skim through and the very limited time I've known about this is that's just now happening. So that would mean cars just now being built, not cars that are already at a service center. So driver, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't know if you guys have seen a demo anywhere, but it's pretty incredible. And it's way faster, way more responsive. It's great news. But also, I still need to look more into this. But supposedly, the cameras, your cameras for Autopilot have also been updated. So I don't know if they're new cameras or what the deal is, but that is pretty awesome if they did indeed upgrade the cameras. So that's the next thing I want to talk about is Autopilot. So on this trip, I get this question a lot actually since the last couple road trip videos is what about phantom braking? So phantom braking, I never used to have major issues with it. Now, when we got this car, I did notice it quite a bit more compared to our previous car. And this is a vision only car, as you well know. And with V11, whatever else was included in V11, phantom braking has all but disappeared. For all this road trip down until I hit Texas, I didn't have one single phantom braking issue. And that includes while passing semis, which tends to be a guaranteed phantom brake right then and there. So that's really good news. Now in Texas, for whatever reason, every time I come here, it has the hardest time with your roads down here. So that's still there. Now at nighttime, phantom braking is there some. So that's still an area that needs to be improved. And there's a lot of speculation about those cameras being upgraded to have better vision at night. So I don't know if that's true or not. And I don't want to say that it is without doing more research on the topic. But that's why this is all really big, good news. So the great news for all of you that have vision only, phantom braking is way, way better. Nighttime, it's still there some, but things are getting a lot better. And I've been really impressed on this trip. In our previous Model Y, we never had these types of issues that we do in this one with vision only. Now, that was to be expected. So I really believe that when Tesla rolled out vision only, it was to accommodate the chip issue. They've always talked about going to vision only, but I think that they rushed rolling that out because all those cars were stacked in the lot. They weren't delivering them, and then all of a sudden vision only was now rolled out. So I really believe that that has something to do with it. So for the time being, any of the extra apps like Hulu, Netflix, or I'm sorry, like Hulu, YouTube, I wouldn't even mess with those right now until a patch or two comes out for version 11 and it gets better performance. My screen has restart, and I'm going to try to pull up this dash cam footage so I don't leave you guys hanging because it's actually, I'm dying to watch it myself just to see how good or bad this is. Let's see if it'll load without crashing. All right. I'm gonna get you all set up. Let's see here. It is trying. The good thing is the screen hasn't froze. Yep, we're still good there. So I'm going to go back, hit it one more time. Okay, this is a good start. Let's see if we can do this. I don't know if version 11 is just trying to do too many things and it's having a hard time prioritizing where to send that memory. That's my guess. All right, so this is already off to a better start. Here's the Honda over here. I'm about to come in behind him to get out of the way of the police officer there. Hopefully you guys can see this all right. Okay, we're all kind of slowing down. All right, now that we've passed, I'm going to go ahead and get back over. Cool, and I start to accelerate, and then he turns on his turn signal, but I'm already accelerating. And look at this. Oh my gosh. The car was freaking out. And I'm going to try to do this. If it'll do it without crashing, I'll rewind that a little bit. It was intense. It was the closest I've been to an actual accident in the Tesla. Let's see here. Oh man, did I go way too far back? Yeah, I did. Sorry. There we go. Let's try it from. There's that Honda. Oh, he had his flashers on. Go figure. All right, here we go. Now let's do it from this angle. All right, so we're all going to slow down. I'm going to get over. And mind you, I'm blaring my horn this whole time, and he does not stop coming over. All right, we're getting ready to pass the police. And now I'm getting back over. All right, this should be a good angle. Oh, oh! Unbelievable. This guy, what a clown. And then from the rear. So a couple things happened, and it all happened so fast. The car was definitely freaking out. It was screaming at me. Um, but I was yanking the wheel. So I don't know how much of that was the Tesla saving us and how much of it was me. I mean, even he went past the yellow light, like just total idiot. That was the closest call I've ever had, and it did not feel good. A different word than clown, is that not appropriate? I don't get it. Yeah, he almost hit the semi too. Yeah, complete idiot. So that was fun. Other than that, though, no close calls that I can think of. It's been a pretty good trip. I'm actually headed to Colorado Springs now. Um, I am really excited because I actually ended up getting a camping site in the Cheyenne Mountain State Park. So I'm gonna have a full spot to park and charge the car. It's actually got a 50 amp. So I'm gonna have a fire pit, I think a picnic table. It's supposed to be for an RV, but so way more of a spot than I need. But I'm really excited to get there because we actually, where I work, we actually have a plant in Colorado Springs. So I've been there a number of times, and it's just so beautiful out there. I was told that there were some snowstorms rolling through, but after looking more and more into it, it looks like it's up in the mountains. So I think I'm going to be okay as far as getting stuck in a storm. So I'm excited to get out there. I'm going to get as far north in Texas as I can tonight. There's no way I'll make it out of Texas. So I'm going to find a place to stop tonight, sleep in the car like I did last night, which worked out really well. I'll get on that in a moment. But tomorrow in the morning, I should be able to have. My best guess is I'll be there at dinner time. So I'm going to be there dinnerish, and I'll have basically all evening. I'll have a nice campfire for myself, and I gotta unplug before I start getting idle charges. But I'm gonna have a nice relaxing time in the foothills of the mountains, and try to get some deep breath out. I'm not as familiar with the dining options there, but I would like to get something nice to eat like I did this evening. I had some barbecue and it was really, really good. And fortunately, I had some friends, or I'm sorry, my wife's family. She has some family in Texas, including Austin. So I was able to get a shower today, which was really nice. And at the campgrounds, I believe they have a shower as well. So that should work out great. And then I'm either going to stay there all day Thursday or at least the first half and then start heading home. So I'm pretty excited about it. I would like to get some hiking in depending on the weather. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. So last night I was, I think it was Denison, Texas, is the last supercharger I hit last night, and it's a V3. It was really awesome. It's brand new, and it's in the parking lot of a building that they're actually building. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can fix that. Sorry. We don't want that to go through the car. I'll just have to get out of the car. Denison, Texas, and I'm setting up my bed and everything. And after I get done setting everything up, there's nobody around. I'm in the middle of nowhere, anyways, and I keep hearing all this noise. And after just a short period of time, I figured out there were two homeless dudes in that building, and they were moving around, staring at what I was doing. So, unfortunately, that wasn't going to work for me. So, I ended up driving down an exit and then parking in a parking lot at a hotel and setting up shop there. But it worked out really, really well. I tried to get some good footage of the setup for this bed. So, for those of you who joined the live stream a couple days ago, whatever day it was, this is the final prototype of the mattress that I've been helping to develop and design, and it fits really awesome. Holy crap, $3 gas. How much is it where you guys are? So 320 in Oklahoma, it was 2 something, and I think diesel I saw was like 250 a gallon for diesel in Oklahoma, by the way. Anyways, so this mattress, um, I really love the um, the foam mattress I have. It is 100% the most comfortable option you can get. However, it comes at the expense of space. It's huge. Even folded up, it takes a lot of space. So you have to kind of balance those things. If you don't have the space, then it doesn't do you any good no matter how comfortable it is. So this is kind of like an alternate option. A standard air mattress is not very comfortable. So this one actually has foam inside of it, and it's a self-inflating mattress, so you don't need an air pump. And yeah, I'm gonna kind of pull it out here. Sorry for shaking the camera so much, but I'll kind of give you guys a sneak peek here. So the mattress, when it's fully inflated, is 5 inches, and that's because of the foam inside of it. So what happens is there's a two-way valve, and this direction is out only. So when you're going to fold this up, when this is an out only, as you push down to get the air out, air can only go out and it won't come back in, which is awesome. And then you pull this out and it just sucks air in and inflates itself. So last night I got it really, really full, and I used this to really pack in some extra air. And so tonight I'm going to try to do it without packing in extra air and see what that comfort is like. But I think that oh, music's so loud. So I think that we got it right. And after this trip, it'll have been field tested and they're ready to go. So if everything goes well, then production will begin. And I think that they're going to be ready to start shipping these mattresses out in like April or something. So uh, it's work that I've been doing with formytesla.com. We've actually been working on an air mattress for over a year. So this has been a long, long, long process, but it's really exciting to have the final prototype. This is like version 4 of this mattress. So getting it just right has been a challenge, but I am excited to share it with you guys. Tonight will be the second night on it. Last night was great. I think it was a little too firm, so I'm going to try to do it with less air in there and see how well that goes. So it's a good alternative to the big foam mattress, although that is still the most comfortable that you can get. I have not tried the Exped. I have tried a couple of the other ones. The only issue with those mattresses is they're so thin and it doesn't really provide a lot of additional comfort. I mean, they're good enough, right? And that's kind of the idea. So this is to try to get you not just good enough, but actually comfortable too. So it fits in the frunk and the sub trunk of the Y. It does not fit in the frunk of the 3, but it does technically fit in the sub trunk of the 3. The lid just doesn't go flush. So it should fit both. Now, it also does fit inside of the Model 3 as well when it's fully inflated. So that's uh that's kind of the update on that. But yeah, version 11, a lot of bugs to work out, and the road trip though has been going really well. Actually getting really good efficiency. I have quite a long trip ahead of me to get to Colorado, so I'm really hoping that I'm able to make it at a reasonable time. It really just depends on how far I can push it tonight, to see if I can get there at a reasonable time. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. I'm not as young as I used to be, so these road trips do get hard when it gets late. I will not make it to Amarillo tonight. That would be 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm definitely gonna make it to Henrietta, Texas. I might push it to Childress, but that's almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't do that anymore. I'm just not as young as I used to be, and when I start to crash, I start to crash. But yesterday I drove 16 hours. I'm already set six. I'm already 6 hours in today of driving, plus all the stuff we did here. So I will be in Amarillo in the morning for a stop there. So that's kind of the plan. Although if I make it to Childress, I might have 100% charge in the morning, and it may have me pass Amarillo. I don't know. Just have to kind of see how it goes in the morning. But do you guys have any other questions about the road trip or version 11 or anything? I'll try to skim through here. I missed a ton of your comments, and I apologize. Uh, but yeah, this is probably the cheapest gas other than Oklahoma. Oklahoma was even cheaper, so that was pretty good. Pretty much the same size. Do do do. Let's see here. I don't use gas anymore either. That's pretty nice. Uh, $5 a gallon is just crazy. I thought I saw a picture of nearly $6 a gallon in California not that long ago. So by the way, one of the things I did want to mention, so there's probably some winners in here from the other live stream. I probably should have mentioned and clarified that I won't be able to get prizes shipped out until I get back home, so it'll probably be like January 1st or 2nd before I start shipping stuff out. So don't be alarmed if you haven't received your stuff yet. I'm on a road trip, so I will get that stuff out to you guys as quick as possible. The other thing, I always bring accessories with me on these road trips because I run into you guys from time to time, and I like to say thanks and give you guys some goodies. I'm almost completely out of accessories already on the first day of road trips, so all I have is a couple of smaller items left. All the cyber trash cans are gone. But it's been really awesome running into you guys, and I love sharing this adventure with you guys. So don't be shy, but do understand I am in a situation with limited accessories at the moment. So as soon as I get back, I'm gonna order some more stuff, so that way I've got more. So anyways, um, how are the wait times at the chargers? One thing I did have an episode. We had one supercharger crash, and I left a supercharger early to split it to save time, and the supercharger crapped out when I got there. So there were a ton of us there, getting 6 kilowatt charge rate. It was terrible. So I lost like an hour when I was supposed to save a half hour. So that sucked. Other than that, though, I have not had to wait on any chargers, and I haven't really had to split very much. I will say in Oklahoma, if you hit that supercharger in the Hard Rock Casino parking lot, um, yeah, I'm not going to talk about gambling here, but kind of kind of a really cool place to have a supercharger. But just be careful. I had to charge for an hour, which means I had an hour to kill, and what are you going to do, right? So 11:30. So Michael, you'll probably be right behind me. Um, you'll probably be right behind me. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hand position to use to keep it from telling you to keep your hands on the wheel. I I do a couple. It just depends. I sometimes put my arm here and I just kind of flop my hand on the top left. Sometimes I put it at the bottom. I go back and forth just to keep it interesting. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Colorado Springs. Anybody in Colorado Springs that wants to go grab a bite to eat or something, just hit me up. No problem. Love to say hey. How's the seat in the Model Y for long trips? There's no car. I can't say there's no car. I haven't experienced another car as comfortable to sit in as this. And the Model X has even more comfortable seats, but these are really, really comfortable. It's one of the things I love about this car. Uh, are you sleeping at the supercharger? Most likely tonight, I'm going to try to sleep at the supercharger. And am I concerned about my safety? Most definitely, yes. That's why if you don't know the area, go somewhere else. Hotel parking lots seem to be good, but that's not a guarantee. Use your own judgment, and it's at your own risk, of course. Phantom braking, like I said earlier in the stream, is all but gone. It is so much better on this new update. My car is vision based, so yeah. So unless you guys have anything else, I'm happy to oblige. uh, on Twitter. You guys wanted a live stream, and this wakes me up a little bit, so I appreciate it. Model 3, I will be getting. If you want to know the specs of your Model 3, know the specific questions you want to ask, and reach out to your advisor and ask them if it has those specific things you want, like the AMD. I'm assuming you're asking about that. Ask your advisor if it's got that. I've never had an issue in fog or rain with vision. I will say the car does alert me that it notices there's bad weather when it's raining, and the windshield wipers go faster, and it kicks out of full self-driving and goes into normal autopilot, but it's all the functionality still works. It just won't automatically change lanes. Um, Camera blinded messages. I haven't seen one on this whole trip, surprisingly, so that's good. I have a roof shade on right now, yes, and it's because I've been sleeping in the car. This particular one, I'm not crazy about the fit, but it blocks a ton of light. I was parked under a really bright street light, kind of like the ones in the background, and it barely let any light in, so I'm really happy with this one. Um, cool. You're in Colorado Springs right now? No, I will be in Colorado Springs tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening. Hopefully, that's the plan. So I'm in wherever I'm at. I don't even know. Uh-oh, is the screen frozen? Oh, thank God. Okay, it just didn't know what it was doing. I thought I had the screen frozen again. Okay, well, to all of you, uh, when you got to Gig Factory, any news when starting production? It doesn't look like they're going to start production in January, but that's just my unprofessional opinion. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. It definitely helps on these long road trips have somebody to talk to, so I appreciate that. I really do. When was the last time I was beardless? 2014. That's when the last time I was beardless, and I actually know that to be fact. So, all right, guys. You guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in as always. I appreciate all of you on our quest to 50,000 subscribers very soon. I know it's going to happen very, very soon. I appreciate you guys more than I could possibly say. So I hope to see you guys on the road. Stay safe, especially right now. I guess it's a little sketch to be traveling, but stay safe, stay healthy, and I can't wait to catch up with you guys very soon. And if you're in Colorado Springs, feel free to hit me up. I think I'll probably try to get some dinner somewhere, and you guys are welcome to join me. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Cheers.